Welcome to another episode of Geek-Men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and this is It's Frickin' Figures.
Indeed
I'm
it
back.
is.
I'm back. Let me make sure I got this turned on. It's funny. I always do this before the show. Sometimes I forget, and it's whatever. It's just one of the lights at my desk, and my eye always goes right there. I don't know. It's just bright and silver, and
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Something stupid.
I
So
hear that.
like I said, I'm back. I apologize. I was not able to make it last week. I had caught the crud that's going around. Everybody's getting it, so I had to pull back and take some time away so I could try and rest.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Anybody that knows me, I don't rest. I don't stop. I was still having to do, take care of responsibilities and everything.
Hey,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
We got Pops in the house.
Yep. Pops is there.
And Sarah says, my eyes are going to the shelves behind you.
Oh, yeah. My clutter. I still haven't done anything on any of this. So
Yeah.
one day I'll get to it. That day is not today or tomorrow. We still
Yep,
have
I hear that.
Christmas I have yet to put up.
Put up? You mean take down?
Take down, put up in the attic.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sorry, I skipped to the end of that story. Yeah, we have to take down. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate Christmas all year. We're gonna put them back up. No, yes, it is. That is a true sign of genius, by the way. Surrounded by clutter.
Yeah. That's right.
No. We still have Christmas lights up. My wife had just made the comment like 15 minutes ago when we were getting home. I think we're the only ones that still have Christmas lights outside. But that's what happens when you get sick.
Outside, you just leave those up.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
I'm not typically one of those people. Yes, exactly. Now she's my people. You
Right.
and I are gonna get along. Yes, Halloween all year.
I hear that. Hey, Abby's in the house. How's it
Yeah,
going?
Abby, what's up, dude? No. We still the Christmas tree is still up and all that stuff. But we have a
Yeah.
holiday down here in the South called Mardi Gras. And I said to her, why don't we just leave the tree up, decorate it with the Mardi Gras decorations? That's your purples, golds, and greens, and
Yep.
we have king cake and beads and just a bunch of shenanigans that go on with that. It's just another excuse to party down here, really. I don't think she's going for it. She wants the tree down and put away.
So my idea, because I have a all black Christmas tree that I use for my Star Wars tree, and I decorate it with Darth Vader's head on top and all the little Star Wars whatnot. But anyway, I was thinking like, okay, well, it's too late. I'm too tired to put up the tree this year, so I'm going to save it and put it up Halloween next year, and we'll decorate it with Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll just take the Halloween stuff off and decorate the Star Wars. So I'll have it for extended period of time next year.
I might have to get serious about learning ZBrush because I have some ideas for ornaments.
Yeah.
Like for all seasons, and Halloween's like up top for me. It's like, all right, yeah, I've got to,
right.
Because my little avatar image symbol here, that thing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make an ornament with that. Of course,
That would be awesome.
That's anybody that's a fan of Zombie 13. Anything that's going to be a must-have for everybody.
Right.
But no, I have other ideas for stuff. A few years ago, I actually did some custom painted prints from Noble Bear Customs for the Toys for Tots drive that we did. I painted, a handful of Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. And they were nice size. They weren't like some little, it was like, apple, nice size orange side ornaments. So that was really cool, and I'm surprised that a lot of other people don't do that yet, because there's a lot of people out there that have their little, independent companies that do 3D printing and everything. So I'm putting that out there this year. I'm issuing a challenge to you people. Make some holiday ornaments, whether it's for profit or for charity, whatever. I'm going to get serious about trying to do it myself, and I'm going to be coming for people that I know can print stuff. So you're going to be hearing from me at some point this year.
Right? I want to get our logo printed up. Well,
yes,
finished it first, but yeah.
Yeah. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes for our little, Masters of the Thunder Nerds stuff going on.
That's right.
That's right. But yeah, no, I want to apologize right off the bat though, because I have had a cold. It's been a bunch of sinus stuff. So if I get choked up or something, bear with me. I'm not trying to be disgusting, although some people do find me disgusting no matter what. So I apologize up front. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
bear with me. I'm trying to power through it. So yeah, with that, we did say we mentioned the holidays and everything. We got through the holidays. I think we shared what we got from our holidays. Was there anything that you might have left out? Because there was a big thing that I forgot I left out. So let's go right into what's in the box. Did you get anything? Did you open anything?
I mainly just opened Tatsu.
Yeah.
And man, does he look amazing. Oh, I just love this figure. It's so cool. And I can't wait to get in it and really work on it some more. Like, I just have him in a basic pose because I was like, I took the stuff out, and I originally had him in a like a fist into his palm, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, his legs should be together when he's bowing. So, and he's only gonna bow to Shredder because he's Tatsu. He leads, So I was like, all right, I'll put the sword in his belt and have him getting ready to draw his sword. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cool pose. So I have him in that pose right now. But I will say right now, other than that, haven't got to Frankenstein yet. That you got me.
There's so much stuff in that box.
There's so much stuff in it, and I want to be able to like lay it out and not lose it. So,
yes, and so it's easy to do. There's some small pieces in there. Don't make sure you it's a nice level clean surface, because
and of course my desk is just figures all over. So.
No, you struggle to get one thing out of there, which I don't recall anything really being too difficult to remove out of any of those trays. But I mean, if you like accidentally bump, I mean, it's gonna be gone.
Right.
So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, so I haven't got to that yet, but on the horizon, I might have something coming.
Something big?
Something big. Something huge. Something elaborate. So it's apparently coming this week.
That addition to the house is coming, huh?
Yes. My addition to the house is coming this week.
You're getting a new room.
Yeah. I've been panicking because I was like, oh crap, I need to do this. And then I finally actually measured it to see if it would fit, and it's gonna stick out a little bit, and it's like, oh crap. So I was like, how do I fix that? It's like, so I'm probably gonna have to get another board to put underneath it, so that way. But I mean, it doesn't have to be open the whole time. So, but anyway, that, and then immediately after, like probably it's in a race to get here. Cat Slayer and the very next wave, I think it's wave 5. They're racing to get here. So it's going to be interesting to see which one gets here first. I think probably probably the next wave will get here before Cat Slayer, but still.
So they've both shipped.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Oof.
So
you're
in that wave, I'm gonna have Young Lino, Dream Master Mumra, and Snarfer, and there's another one. There's 4. Cannot remember the 4th one right now. Oh well, I digress. Quick Pick. That's the other one. Just a side villain, and who's a side villain of the Thundercat / Mandora. So that's gonna be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it gets here. Hopefully it was not badly damaged or anything like that on the way. So I'm hopeful that it'll be all right. But yeah.
Well, I don't. So, I don't know what I was going to say. Well, it's not coming from out west, so.
Right. So, I mean, there's the California
and my heart
fires.
goes out to those people out there that's having to deal with that. It's never fun dealing with any kind of disaster like that. So I jest with Dustin about it not coming from California. I actually got something today in the mail that I wasn't sure I was even going to get because it was right in that area. That's where it was shipped from, and there was no movement on it. And then it just showed up today. So I'm like, oh crap.
Wow. Okay.
So
I mean, it's one of those things like, oh man, I wonder if there was any kind of damage on it, if it's even going to smell or be evident, you know? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's shipped, so apparently it's good enough for them. So we'll see. But yeah, what was the thing you got?
So okay, I'd forgotten about this, and it. So I'm not going to show you the actual thing. I'm just going to show you the label. So one of my other gifts from Christmas that I got was this nice Spider-Man blanket. and yes, I know what I said. Someone picked this out for me because they said, "Oh, you don't have like a nice blanket like to lounge in or whatever." So I found this nice Spider-Man blanket for you. Like, yeah, not Spider-Man, but still cool.
Yes, very cool.
So yeah, so no, I got a Deadpool blanket.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's really nice, and it's funny because I'll be, if I do get to spend some time with my girls or whatever watching anything, which we've been watching, the Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. So, and it's been unseasonably cold for us down here, like freezing weather. So, and we hardly ever get that type of weather down here in southern Louisiana. So, some people don't take it all that well. But usually I'm not one to be cold, but I'll get cold and then I'll like share a blanket with my youngest kid, and they've got all the little girly, there's like blankets with cats on them and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't care, it keeps me warm. So now I've got my own blankets.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I didn't really get anything like new, particularly like nice and shiny figure or whatever. The thing that I got from California was just some parts, some bits and bobs, body parts. There's the Red Death mask, Red Death torso. Mm-hmm. I got a skull.
Nice.
Always useful. This is going towards a future project.
Very cool.
These are Mythic Legion parts, and then this one is little like bangle bracelet things from the Figura Obscura Bastet figure. Got all that from a member of the Mythic Legion's Cabal community, Joe Suter, who lives out west in California. He lives around the Los Angeles area, and he's safe. He's fine. So thankfully,
good.
But yeah, I was kind of expecting to just not get those parts, just chalk it up for lost. So
yeah.
But no, they came, and I'm grateful, and I need to let him know that I got him. I forgot to do that today. I just realized. Yeah, no, skull. That's his jaw even opens. So. Yeah, this is from one of the new skeletons actually, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit because I've got an update to share with everybody.
All right.
The skeleton 4-pack from the Four Horsemen. So, Dustin, if you don't have anything to share, I'll just get right into it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Bring it up.
So the first thing I'm going to talk about here is there is currently some new stuff for sale from the Four Horsemen on their website right now. There's a couple of pre-orders going on, and I'm going to just go straight to that first. So the first thing here is it's a hardbound book, okay? Coffee table type of stuff. It's $50. The pre-order for this lasts until February 2nd. So from today to February 2nd. So you got a few weeks to order this if you want. This is really cool. It's like a history book of the toy line itself, going back to, the very first days for Mythic Legions. But it's got, so let me scroll up here. So this is kind of some of the page layout here that you're gonna see with it. Some of the contents that's in it. Oop, didn't mean to do that. So it's gonna give you like that's kind of the information from the first Kickstarter, information from the Toypocalypse show that happened before the Kickstarter. But then you're going to have pages like this that give, some shots of those early figures, their bios, a shot there of what accessories they came with. And this is kind of significant because this information, for the most part, is on their website, sourcehorseman.com, but some of it's actually missing. So they're actually going back and updating some of that older information. Because a lot of those older figures like this one, Jeroen Runeshaper, they didn't really have these nice turnaround photos and the separate shot of the accessories that came with it.
Right.
So that's something that they're kind of backtracking and updating for their website. But it's included here with this book. And then you're going to have really cool shots like this one of Gorgo Aetherblade version 2.
Yeah. So it's got a mix of Nate Barch and
yes,
and 1/6 shooters art.
Yeah, and then here's some of that Nate Barch art right there of the unknown one that was con exclusive, or not exclusive, con debut figure from 2023 Legions Con. So yeah, it's going to have a lot of great artwork, a lot of history in it, some behind the scenes information. Just really, really cool book altogether. Now, this is not to be confused with the book, the lore book that's coming out soon. They have not finished that one, so it's two separate books. So this one is kind of just the history of the toy line itself. They are working on another book for the lore behind, the story for Mythic Legions and the history of that world itself, that fantasy world that they've created.
So have you heard, are they going to be previewing or showing any of there was the comic book? There was a comic book originally. Will that be included in the first 10 years?
They might mention that in this book, but the comic book, for the most part, is not canon.
Okay.
So they've kind of was like, that's a fun little story, that we did kind of in the beginning. We gave some comic creators, free reign on coming up with a unique little story during that first Kickstarter. But
Yeah.
it's so the comic book that we're talking about, they gave it to backers of the first Kickstarter, and I forget what company was involved with that or whatever. There was a little bit of delay with that book too, but they also did some trading cards that featured some of the same art style from that comic book.
Which I never knew.
I think it's available, like a PDF version or something. I think it's in the Cabal on Facebook. So if you're not a member of the Mythic Legion's Cabal, go join. It's on Facebook. There's just a few questions to answer or whatever. And then it's like one of the stickies or something. It's in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I do recall that. I just, I didn't process that I remember getting that because I don't have cardstock to print them out.
So
they're not in my hands.
If books are your thing, if you like collecting books, this is a cool one to have. This book spans the line up to maybe Ashes of Agmendor. So it was the wave that they did right before Reign of the Beasts. So this newest one that they just wrapped up the pre-order for is not going to be included in this book.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. But if the books are not your thing, if you're just here for the toys, they've got a Silver Knight Legion Builder version 2 up for pre-order as well. And same thing, this pre-order goes until February 2nd.
Will this one have the updated articulation?
Yes, this one, this nice. Figure has all of the updated articulation. If you're familiar with the Valiant Knight that came out also during the Legion's Con 2023. This has a lot of the same parts that figure did, in addition to some new parts. So one thing I want to point out is that shield. So there's
the
my
shield
baby.
Is amazing.
There's my baby. That's the Shield Horseman. I can't really take credit for that one though. I just did this good, but they took it upon themselves to do the shield.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I want that to go with the Sword Horseman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's like I really want that figure.
So and here's a shot of the figure holding it. Let me make it a little bit bigger and easier to see.
That's amazing.
And this is considered a Legion builder, so he is a little bit cheaper at $30. But if you're, if you hate that shield, you don't like it, doesn't make sense or whatever, there's
ship it to me.
There's another plug-in, yeah, right. There's another plug that you can put on the front that's a little more humble, and then you get to see this knight's faceplate that he comes with.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, it's cool. This is kind of their nod to that very first Silver Knight Legion builder that they did for Wave 1. Mm-hmm. It was one of the only figures that they had not done a re-release for yet, and instead of just doing a straight re-release, which, I mean, technically, if they would have, that would have shared a lot of the very old, very original articulated parts for those figures. So I'm kind of glad they went with the more updated one. People really seem to be happy with the articulation that they've kind of updated with these newer figures. So I'm glad they're moving forward. They're not really trying to step back anymore. They're doing newer versions of older characters instead of just re-releasing the same old figures over and over again. So they do have a special deal here. If one isn't enough for you, they have a 12-pack, and that's going to be $325. Now, you're thinking, man, $325 for 12 of these things. If you bought 12 individually at $30, this is like getting like a figure and a half for free if you get a 12 pack, which, believe it or not, I know a handful of people that are going in for the 12 packs.
Yeah, so, I have no doubt.
Those crazy Mythic Legions fans.
So I just want to answer this question real quick. No, this isn't a game. This is a figure line.
So there will be a game actually,
right?
But this is not based off of any kind of property. Mythic Legions, it's been around for 15, 20 years now, something like that.
I think 20 something.
So it's just a figure line of knights and orcs and demons and goblins and wizards and trolls and dragons are coming. it's this whole big thing.
Dragons.
Go to I don't know if you have the banner still in the system or not, but the name of their website is sourcehorseman.com. And the store that I'm showing you here is called storehorseman.com. And that's where you can go to find all these figures that are currently available for either pre-order or in stock. Now, this one is pre-order, okay? But they do have in stock. So I'm going to come here, click on this in stock thing, and they still have a ton of stuff available, including the Armory Knights. This green is just gorgeous on this particular one. This one's probably my favorite from. So they did this past Legions Con. They did this. They called it the Armory Experience, where you could go through and they were handing out tickets, and these figures were like, I think, well, this price $45. But you would piece together from different parts. Here, let me back up and show you. This is just kind of a sample of what they would have had to choose from. All of these different figures in all of these different colors and with different parts, and you could piece them together however you wanted to. So you didn't have to make them all one solid color. If you wanted to mix and match certain parts, you could do that. They did, an all-in set here that you could get for $450 if you wanted to. Or if there was just a couple that you wanted, you could pick and choose. And every single one of them are still in stock right now.
Nice.
They've got the single versions of the Legions Con 2024, excuse me, 2024 figures. Now, these came in 2 packs originally, and they came with a couple of extra pieces that were exclusive only to those Con 2 packs. But here, these 2 figures, they came in a 2-pack. They're available single right now, and they are $37. And they're kind of doing that $37 as kind of a nod, a thank you to the fans, because prices do have to go up. But these are still, under retail if you order straight from the Horseman. And then they did a Cosmic Legions 2-pack. Here are those 2 figures. Again, these are available separately now. So if you liked one but you didn't like the other, you don't have to get both. Or if you like both, you could still get both. So they've got those and the Armory Experience Knights. But then they've also got, Zoom went crazy there for a second. They've also got some of the Figura Obscura figures. So this past year's release for Christmas, Ghost of Christmas Past, still available. They've got some of the Frankenstein's Creature. They've got the Gods of Ancient Egypt, Anubis, and Bastet. All of those are available. Those are in stock. Go get you some cool stuff. If you like toys, if you like this kind of stuff. Hagnon here, I have to bring up Hagnon. A lot of people love this figure. A lot of people hate this figure. This is the original one. So this one glows green. They had just released the Retailer Appreciation Wave 2, and they had blue Hagnon in with that one. He glows blue, but he's got like a light tint blue, just in, regular light or whatever. So if you've got that one, you still have a chance to get the green one here.
Nice.
I mean, you got to have both. He's supposed to be a ghost, so.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't like glow-in-the-dark toys? But no, they've got some of the horses still left. They've got that Toylanta, or was it Toyland? No, it wasn't Toylanta. It was Ishkan.
Yeah.
Ishkan, Cosmic Heavy Gunner. He's still available. They've still got a lot of him left. He's cool.
I tell you what, this site is so dangerous. I want so many things.
They're all dangerous.
They are.
But you've got some, like here's a little goblin Swig. He's awesome.
I love that goblin, and I don't have him
cool.
yet. Like, he needs to be in my collection.
But yeah, no, there's some really cool stuff still left here. Did I zoom in too much? Am I cutting stuff off? I am. I'm cutting the Templars off. So they've got a couple of Templar. You get the Relic Guards and the Dark Templar Legion Builders. Those are a little bit cheaper. They have a little bit less paint on them, but I mean, I'm saying a little bit less paint. I mean, there's like, that's an insane value for some of these figures at $26. Legion Builders are really where it's at. If you want to get your hand on one, you're kind of scared to dip your toe in because they're so much cheaper than the other figures, but they're still great. I mean,
they are.
The finish on the Relic Guard is, I mean, it's this picture is not really doing it any kind of justice. There is like, he's shiny, like you can kind of see it in the picture. It's not a dull, flat gray plastic. Like he's like a silver steel kind of sheen to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those are really cool.
So I'm going to check in with the comments here. My mom says it's nice to see your face.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
And he's asking, Ishkan 2025, are we going? I know I probably am not. When is it? I don't even know.
So
that probably tells you that I'm not going.
I'm not sure about Ishkan. I'm not even sure I'm going to Toylanta, and I'm going to talk about that coming up here. So, but yeah, no, the Demistros, that was PowerCon.
Yeah.
It was a PowerCon release. So they've got some of these con figures still up. I mean, once these are gone, once those particular figures are gone, they're gone. They're not making any more of this one. So if you like the bad guys, if you like, some evil looking figures, like, yeah, go for this dude, because he's hella cool. He's got some great patina on his armor.
Oh, totally.
He is all around just a badass looking figure.
Heck yeah. So Ishkan is May 16th to the 18th. I don't know. I'll try to sweet talk Pumaira into going, but who knows?
Oh man, all these cons.
I know. I'm really wanting to get to well, what is it now? It was going to be PowerCon, but now it's Toylanta.
Yeah, Toylanta and PowerCon. So PowerCon's kind of partnering with Toylanta this year.
Yeah.
So PowerCon's not going to be its own separate thing.
Right.
Now. Let's see. I want to get into that, but I'm going to swap over here. Yeah. Because I do have an update. I've got an update here for the Graveyard Skeletons. So this 4-pack went on for pre-order just after Halloween, I think. So we're talking early November.
Sounds right.
This is straight from the Horseman here. I'm going to read this off. We are very excited to announce that our shipment of Graveyard Skeleton 4-pack sets is now on the water and headed to our warehouse in New Jersey. Barring any delays at sea or port, our expectation is that these will arrive to us mid to late February and will begin shipping to store Horseman pre-order customers immediately.
Wow.
Retailers, yeah. So we're talking, about the end of February, they're going to start, if you ordered these directly from the Horseman, they're going to start shipping out like right away.
Yeah.
Retailers will be filling their orders shortly after, and a definitive retailer street date will be announced once this shipment gets closer to arrival. When we had first listed this set, we had expected these to be available in Q2 of 2025. So it is exciting to be able to get these into your hands earlier than planned.
Heck yeah.
The images here show the final packaged samples, which I haven't shared on the show before. So this is all new. This is an actual shot of the figures in the packaging.
That's awesome.
These are definitely going to be a ton of fun. And with the Necronominus wave also arriving and beginning to ship in the early ship in next, I'm sorry. The Necronominus wave also arriving and beginning to ship in the next few weeks. It tripped me up because weeks is on here twice. I caught a typo. In the next few weeks, toy collectors are about to be overrun with meatless men. Thanks to our friend The Amazing for that term. So those are coming soon. A lot sooner than expected. I again did not pre-order this from anywhere. I was kind of hoping that our friend Travis with Omega Level Toys would have been able to get some, but he was not. So I might be on the lookout to pick some up if anybody's got some extras.
Yeah.
We'll see. Sure. So with that being said, I'm still going to hammer here on the Four Horsemen stuff. With Toylanta being brought up, I'm going to share this dude.
Heck yeah.
What do you think about that, Dustin?
Heavy Gunner. He looks awesome. I really dig him. I'd like to see the rest of the stuff he comes with, because while I wouldn't necessarily keep him that way, because that very much seems like a G.I. Joe type.
And that's what everybody is saying.
Yeah, it feels like a G.I. Joe type character, which I think is great, but I don't necessarily want. I want to mix and match some parts on him to try to fit him in line with, mythic type
or cosmic. So it's very cosmic heavy on the parts used here. So
for sure,
they did a little nice promotional image. This is not two different figures; it's the same figure. So there's kind of a look at some of those other parts that he's going to come with.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to be available at Toylanta this year. They're going to have like early ticket sales, and there's going to be a package that includes this figure. So you'll get a code to go, to the booth at Toylanta to redeem to pick this guy up. He is not going to be at the Horseman table. So, like the previous convention figures, like the Demistros that I showed you a little bit earlier ago for PowerCon sold that one themselves. This is very similar to that. Toylanta, the people running it, are selling this figure themselves. They just partnered with the Four Horsemen to get their own kind of, exclusive thing going. So here he is. You see him. This is kind of the standard look that he's going to have. Some back shot there.
He looks so
awesome
cool.
Backpack. Let's see. Here are some of the other parts you'll be able to swap onto him. He's going to come with a couple of different helmets. The arms are a little bit different. He's got the bear arms, and then he's got the sculpted cloth upper arms there. This paint scheme is very interesting because it's the first time that the Horsemen have done a camo deco.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think they pulled it off pretty good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So with all of these con debut figures, I'm hesitant to call it exclusive because it's not truly an exclusive. This figure will be available on the Horseman website later in 2025, but there are a couple of pieces that will not be included with that release. So while the figure is not an exclusive, some of the accessories are, including this shield, the baton that he's holding, and that particular head.
So, I'm fine with the head.
Yeah.
Take away the head, but leave the shield and the staff thing.
So, I mean, well, you know, that's kind of the incentive to, if you want this version, you got to get to the show. I love this shot because it shows the rifle there. It's got that same camo deco as his pants does.
It looks so cool.
This shot shows the standard loadout of what he's going to come with. So even just the standard release coming later in the year, this is what you're going to get with him. And then this shot shows those exclusive accessory pieces that are only going to be available at the show. So the show version will come with these 3 extra accessories, whereas, you know, the standard release later this year will not come with these 3 pieces. So that is going to be one of the figures available at Toylanta this year. Specifically, this is the one that's going to be available from the Four Horsemen. Now, I say one of the figures because I'm going to hop lines here. So Fresh Monkey Fiction announced this guy. So it looks like they're going to be doing kind of a running sub-line within their own Monster Force line, Phantom Corps. And this is going to be the first figure for that. This is the Operation Monster Force. I forget what it. Shoot, I lost it. I had it, and I told you that was going to happen sometime in the show.
Yeah. I don't remember the show either, or the toy, the name of the figure either, to help you out. But.
So this one is going to come with a few different heads, and this is, as far as I know, the only way to get this figure is to go to some of the shows that they're going to be going. So it's going to be multiple shows. Some of those shows here, Toylanta is listed.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a shot. I see Legion's Con on there. I see Joe Fest. Toy Depot presents Geeking Out. So they're going to be making tours of different conventions and going to be bringing this guy in tow with them. Some of the other... So visit our booth anytime during the convention. Big Bad Toy Store, Big Bad Workshop, or Fresh Monkey Fiction. So there's probably going to be multiple booths from the looks of that are going to have this guy available. So it's not going to... Ooh, what happened there? It went blue. Let's see. What was the next? Okay. So there's a... how do I get this figure? You're going to be provided with a... provide us with your Big Bad Toy Store account email address. So if you don't have an account, they give you the steps there to where you can go and get the account. We will be adding the pre-order to your BBTS account. When the figure arrives, we will process your pre-order and charge your account. So, I guess depending on which convention, they're not actually going to have these in hand. It's going to be kind of it's a pre-order situation.
Right.
And Big Bad Toy Store is handling the shipping once those figures get made and make it to their warehouse. So that's kind of an interesting way of doing it. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm not sure anybody has done something like this before. Usually if you've got a figure that you're going to offer for conventions, you have certain stock of that figure with you at the convention for people to pick up. So this is kind of an interesting way to do it. I'm excited to see how that works out. I'm probably not going to get to make it to any of those conventions. So this is going to be one that I'm going to have to miss out. Thank God I'm not a completist.
So just a quick check-in with the comments here.
I don't think you're going to walk away empty-handed. Oh, hey, what's up? Excuse me. Sorry, what's up, Trey? I don't think you're going to walk away empty-handed, though. I think they're going to give out pins once you go through all the process of pre-ordering one of those fancy new figures.
So Trey says, Toyomic says, I read this as it ships, but you can only order at the convention.
Right.
It ships, but you can only order at the convention. Okay. And limit 10.
Oh, interesting. So here's kind of their mock-up of that the membership pin for the Phantom Corpse. I imagine they'll have those pins on hand. So once you go through, the ordering process or whatever and become a member, they'll hand you the pin, or maybe it's a patch. Who knows? I think patches would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
That's very kind of military-ish.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Is that a word, military-ish?
It's a word now if it isn't.
You heard it here, folks.
Sarah says less for them to lug in and out of the convention or getting mugged.
Yeah. Well, no, it makes sense. And he comes with a ton of stuff. Look at all of that. I mean,
I really, really, really like that other head, the alternate head, the one with the hair. Okay, they both have hair, but the band
Lieutenant Raven.
Yes. I had to zoom in to see what it was. But
sorry, I've got an ad popping up here. Let me get rid of that. Sorry, we're not sponsoring you, and you're not sponsoring us. Yeah, so
right
there you go. Now you can see it.
Yeah, I love that, and the bucket hat. I think those two accessories are so cool. I think they're all amazing, but those are in particularly very cool in my opinion.
I mean, all the Monster Force stuff is really cool. They really hit a home run with that. Everybody that gets them, I hear, loves them. I don't think I've seen anybody say a negative thing about them. So,
not a single one that I've seen.
Yeah, I'm not following everybody, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I'm sure there might be someone out there. But still, regardless, they probably got it fixed.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be, factory errors and breakage or whatever. But as far as I know, they take care of, their fans. They take care of the customers. I imagine if I reached out for that misprinted head that I got, I'd probably get another one. But it doesn't really bother me all that much because that's probably not the head that I would ever use on that figure.
Right.
So, yeah, it's no big deal. Okay. So I'm going to go kind of off the beaten path here because we've talked about, Four Horsemen stuff. We touched on Fresh Monkey Fiction here. I'm going to go over to 5K Toy Way because so you're familiar with they've been doing the Beast Deity figures. Yeah. And if you're not savvy to it, it's kind of the underground, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super kind of unlicensed figures that they've kind of been under the radar with. And they've become really popular. A lot of people, when they get those in hand, they'll make a comparison to the official stuff. And they're so much more happier with the unlicensed stuff because it's made so great.
Yeah.
So before they went by Beast Deities, their name was Kong.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're transitioning again. So they just kind of did this release of a couple of the other figures under the Beast Deities line, and then they, I guess, got a cease and desist order or something. And some of the fans were really upset because they really liked those figures and everything. But, most of the time with this kind of stuff, when it happens, they have a way of getting around it. So
yeah, they just pivot.
Yeah. So if you would bring that window up. So they're changing names, if you're not aware. They're no longer Beast Deities. Now they're going to be, hang on, let me hop over back to my window. I guess Mythos Anime. I'm not really sure. we'll have to see. This was shared on Instagram from 5K Toys, and at first glance, I'm like, oh, another Sun Wukong figure. Okay, we're going.
Right.
Everybody's kung fu
Piling
fighting
on.
with the Monkey King, and then I got to looking at it closer, and I'm going, that's a Goku. That's Goku. Look at his boots. Look at the pants. Look at the the wrists around where the hands are and everything. It's like that's a torn up Goku. I'm okay. I get it. I get it. So there you go. They're still alive. They're still well. They're still gonna come out with stuff. You just have to stay on
Pivot
top.
with them.
Yeah, stay on top of the name change. 5K Toys, like you said with the Horsemen, they're dangerous, man. They got a lot of good stuff on there.
Yep.
I'm gonna hop over to 5K now because I'm gonna scroll down to their pre-orders. We've talked about these before on the show, but I'm gonna bring them back up because 5K finally put them on their site. Boy, I went way too low. 5K put
down.
Nope, you're not. These guys.
Oh yeah.
So these are finally. Yeah, no. I know what you're thinking. These are finally available for pre-order from 5K. I've been waiting on that because I trust 5K. I've ordered from them a few times. I've never been done wrong by them. Say what you will about them. I trust them.
Yeah.
So these are the
desperately
Meditoy
want
goblins.
these.
Oh yeah, these guys look so fun. I mean, the stuff that they come with, they come with a ton of accessories, each of them, and that's nothing to laugh at. Each of them comes with several heads, hands, a ton of accessories. So you have the option here to order. You don't have to get all three. You can order just one if you want, or two if you want.
Right.
But they do have an option where you can order however you like. You can order the whole set if you want. 5K does require a non-refundable deposit. And you usually get an email whenever stuff comes in stock for, hey, second payment's due, plus shipping and taxes where applicable.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, no, these guys are really fun. We talked about these months ago.
Yeah.
When they were first starting to tease pictures of them.
Yeah. Oh, geez. These are little fellows.
Oh yeah, these are just fun little goblin dudes, and I may put in a pre-order for these, just because I think they would go great with the Mythic Legion stuff behind me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there you go. And while we're showing these, there's kind of this hot topic going online. Okay, so AI kind of isn't going anywhere. We all know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a little serious here. So I'm in the camp of keep the AI away from the figures. It's there's a lot of posts circulating around with some of the figures like those goblins that I just showed, where they've put them through an AI program to animate them as if they were stop motion, and it's not stop motion. And it's glitchy and things move kind of weird. Dustin, I sent you a one where the Broly figure that came out, it made no sense.
So unrealistic.
The animation, what happened in it just made no sense. Like, it started with the figure, he's like powering up or whatever, and then all of a sudden he like lunges forward and then starts running, but then he's like running away from you, and then he starts skipping. It was really bizarre. There were artists that were complaining, hey, stop using AI art. It's goofy looking, stuff ain't right. I'm talking about like art, the type of media for even comic books and stuff. I can spot AI art a mile away. It just doesn't look right. Something about it ain't right. But now they're starting to use it on the action figures to do, motion with them and everything. And stop doing that. There's plenty of people, talented people out there that can do stop motion with your toys. Employ those people. Give those people a shot. And I want to give Frazetta Girls a shout out because they did a stop motion video with their Vampirella release that's coming out. And it was absolutely gorgeous looking.
Yeah.
It had a more natural feel and movement to it as opposed to the AI stuff. I don't agree with it. I don't think AI, keep AI out of art for the most part.
Yep. And I mean, there was already several people that commented on that the Broly figure saying, okay, thanks for helping me make up my mind. I'm not buying from you because you did this. So it's like,
I don't know, man. To each their own, but I don't know who made the animation. I don't know if somebody from that company made the animation or if a fan made the animation, shared it with the company, and the company showed it off. Hey, look at this cool thing that a fan did or whatever. But a lot of times that stuff is lost in translation because of, language barriers or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think AI has its place with certain things, but when it's just blatant and it's janky looking and it makes something look goofy or stupid, that's now you've pushed it too far. You've gone too far with it. Now it's that's not good. That's not what we want it for. And then then there's the other camp that says, well, we have to practice with it to make it understand what things are supposed to look like. No, that's kind of it. You shouldn't do that. Like you don't need to do that because that's going to be the ruin of so many things for so many people.
Yeah.
And then you've already got people out there, like you said, the guy was like, yeah, I was going to get this toy, but now I don't want to because of this stupid animation that you did.
Yep.
And I've seen animation of those goblins, and it didn't affect my decision of maybe wanting to get them, but I didn't give that post a like.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
I didn't even comment on that post. I'm like, yeah, no, this is kind of one of those things where keep scrolling and ignore it. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just a voice out in the void. They're not going to listen to one person like me unless, you make this whole movement. So it's,
which I don't have time.
It's frustrating. It's really frustrating to see, it's not good. It's not a good look. It made it look goofy.
Yep.
It really did, not goofy in a funny way, like goofy in a stupid way.
Yeah.
I'm not for AI. I'm not one.
No AI.
Yeah. Like make the AI with the Ghostbusters thing. And no AI. I'm not for AI.
That's right. Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, I know where you thought I was gonna go. I'm gonna pull them up. Like, yeah, you thought I was.
We talked about those so long ago. I had forgotten we had talked about them.
Yeah, pull that back up. I know where you thought I was going. You thought I was going here.
Cake turtles.
It's cake time.
Give me that cake. Nom 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 nom.
I wonder if they have. They probably don't even have those pictures. No, they don't have those on the site.
No, they didn't decide to post those.
I think I still have them. Let me see. Yeah, no, those are still up for pre-order on 5K, which is cool because I still want to get a pre-order in for those.
Yeah,
which
would be nice, but
they said that Michelangelo and Raphael was supposed to go up for pre-order early 2025, so maybe any day now. I'm not seeing. Pizza. I have such a hard time trying to find those pictures just on the spot.
Yeah, and so we're not saying AI doesn't have its use. It has its use, just not to the point where you have to keep working with it to make it better. Because I mean, that's exactly what is Terminator's all about. Every AI uprising movie that has ever been done has talked about do not do this thing, and we're doing that thing, and it's you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think
let it be a tool, don't be a crutch.
Yeah, I think it could have its place somewhere. I have no use for it. I can't think of a place to use AI, so I wouldn't use AI for anything. I don't think I have pictures of those. I might have lost those pictures. I'll have to find those pictures again some other time.
Fine.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. For those that don't know, we call them the cake turtles because at certain angles, because their shells aren't fully connected to their backsides, their asses are viewable. They've got turtle butt cheeks.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What's going on in the comments? I see it bumping up. What's Abby saying? No, that's Trey. What's Trey saying?
Yeah. Trey says, as a tool, I like that. I have no musical talent. I have used it before, but used my own lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah says, LMFAO, turtle crack.
Yeah, they do. They've got turtle cracks behind those shells.
Yeah. But it's like, it's not like, a little turtle crack. They're like chiseled, hardened.
Man, now see, you're making me want to go and find those pictures, and I don't think I have.
I'm just saying,
tune in next week when we talk about turtle cake again. I'm scrolling through my image page right now, and I'm not seeing it. And I can't believe I didn't save that picture.
LMAO Brokeback Mountain style. That's right. I mean, they were definitely chiseled cheeks.
I don't know about the Brokeback Mountain thing, but
well, yeah, I would never do that. But that's just saying.
Oh man, I don't know. That's really all I had, though. I'm still desperately trying to search for the right picture, and I don't think I have it. I've got the other close-ups, just not the backside.
Let's.
But yeah, I definitely wanted to give my 2 cents on the whole AI.
Yeah.
Thing it's just bizarre, and it's to a point where I don't have them. It's to a point where I saw something. I saw a post where somebody was selling like finger rings, like it was an extra finger so that you could slip it on as a ring, so it made you look like you had an extra finger, to where if you ever committed a crime or something, not that I'm promoting this, but to wear at least one of them, that way all the photo evidence would be thrown out because you've got more than fingers than you should, so it would be AI.
Yeah.
So
clearly that was AI. I don't have 11 fingers on my left hand.
Life is imitating art at this point.
Yeah. You don't by chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand? Do you always begin conversations this way? My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man.
Good movie.
Yeah. I love it. But I don't know. Hopefully by next week, I will have my new home edition and some figures to go in it. But we shall see.
So, do we have confirmation on the next interview that was supposed to be coming up, or is that kind of still up in the air?
It's still kind of up in the air. I checked in on them, but I haven't heard back yet. So,
okay, we'll save that then.
Yeah.
It's behind the scenes stuff. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. But I do know that on February 3rd and whatever that Friday is, we're going to have a guest, Lori Calcaterra. She does her own comics, and she's got toys, patches, custom bound books, stickers, everything you could possibly think of to go along with her comic book that's launching the next campaign in February. So we're going to have her on to talk about figures and stuff like that. And then also back on Friday, where we're going to watch 2 movies that she specifically selected that are sort of similar to the feel and theme of her comic to talk about that week. So I think it's going to be fun. But that comes, so February 3rd is the Monday, and then whatever that Friday is. I'm not sure, but that's our next official guest that's scheduled that I'm aware of so far. But yeah.
Okay. I'll try not to be sick. It is what it is. I mean,
Carissa Grant has a crap ton of merch with her comics as well. Out of this world. Cryptids. Nice.
Ooh, I love some cryptids.
Yes, indeed. We were actually just watching the first movie that we are talking about this Friday, which is Blair Witch Project. And we're also watching Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. We had someone comment on one of our videos that was saying, hey, you shouldn't be talking about Blair Witch. And he got all up in arms that we said that I think it was Zombie even said it was a dog shit movie. And he was saying, no, it's not. And we're like, okay, defend your points here in the comments. We'll watch them and get back to you and give you updated opinions. So that's what we're doing this week. And
I mean, the guy, even his opinion
is just an opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he called our opinions irrelevant just because we didn't agree with him. It's like, dude, your opinion's irrelevant to what we said too. So it's all irrelevant. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But I mean, this is a movie that I've never seen before. I know Pumira hasn't seen it before. So we're watching them. And Derry, who's going to be chatting with us, is also watching him, and he was saying it's been like 10 some years since he's seen it. So
there's 2 versions. There's 2 versions of that first movie. So I wonder which one you guys saw.
No, we're watching the original Blair Witch Project, the original one.
Right, but there's 2 versions of that first movie.
Like I thought one was released later.
There was stuff taken out of the first movie, is what I'm telling you. I know there's a first movie and then there's a sequel. I'm not talking about sequel. The first movie, there was stuff edited out of it. So there's 2 different versions of the movie.
Well, we're watching whichever one's on Stars, so.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Sarah says, Twilight is shit. Freaking Sparkling wanted to fill the little jars with silver glitter and label Edward Cullen's ashes. LMAO. That would be pretty funny.
I've never watched Twilight. I would never watch Twilight. I'm not a teenage girl, so I'm no interest in watching Twilight.
Well, I mean, and I watched it with I read the books when my mom and sister and wife were all talking about them like they're freaking family that we should all know about. And I'm just like, who is this? And they're like, oh, no, not, it's just someone from the book. And it's just like, and they just kept saying, oh no, someone from the book. And it's like, okay, I guess I need to read the books. So I sat down, read them all. And it's just like, okay. And then in the movie theater, there was this woman sitting beside me, and she's like I'm not sure if she's like giving birth or having an orgasm in the chair next to me.
Oh
She's like,
no.
oh, 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 oh. As soon as Jacob takes his shirt off, and it's just like, I literally looked over at her and said, keep it in your pants, and went back to the movie because it was so distracting. It's like, geez, a whiz. Oh man.
Wow.
So she said she tried reading it, never watched the movies. Dude over 100 years old with a minor girl. Pedo much? Yeah. Well, you see, they're the same age in heart, in spirit. Has nothing to do with their physical age.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
But yeah, I wouldn't know either. But so yeah, we're watching Blair Witch and Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows for Friday. And then tune in Saturday. We're going to be doing a Landman review. Me, Pumira, and Derry are going to be talking about Landman, going on a deep dive into the show and all that fun stuff. So
now, what is that show available on?
Paramount.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have Paramount either. Yeah. All these things I don't have. I can't watch this stuff.
Where? Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. And so yeah, I'm sure we can figure out a way to get you to see something if you need it. But anyway.
Yeah, I'd have to have time to sit and watch stuff too. So
right,
that's 2 strikes right there.
Yeah. But all right. Well, I digress. I don't have any other news. I know I'm looking forward to. We talked about that. What I have coming up this week, and my the thing that's I'm sitting here looking at every day, and it's like I keep passing it. It's like, oh man, I really should get time to watch that or get time to open that. And then it's like, and then I look at my desk and I just see toys.
Where
toys,
are you gonna
toys.
put it?
And I'm like, oh, I have nowhere to put it. So it's like, all right, I guess I won't today. I'll wait until I clear some space and have every intention of clearing space. And but yeah,
I'll have mine out.
Yeah, I dig that. That's so cool.
Oh. No, don't bring me back up. That's fine.
But anyway, oh yeah, so she says you're not missing anything without knowing about Twilight. You're major cringing if you like vampire lore. Okay, yeah. It is.
I mean, I know a little bit about it just because you can't get away from it. It's online.
Yeah.
So you come across it. I still come across stuff. I'm like, oh, God, more Twilight. This stuff hasn't died off yet.
Yeah. I keep doing saying the same thing about Harry Potter. I just never got into it. And I've talked to people who are loved and obsessed about Harry Potter, and it's like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'll watch them maybe someday, but
nah,
I have yet.
You and those same people are probably the ones that don't like Star Wars, and you're all about Star Wars. So
right.
We all have our things.
Yeah, and I have a thing. It's like I'm jealous that we haven't got to watch. I don't know, what's the new show you were talking about watching it? Star Wars
Skeleton
show?
Crew?
Yeah, Skeleton Crew. I haven't got to see that yet. And it's like it's already been spoiled for me, parts of it, and it's like, dang it, I really want to see it, but it's like So I don't know.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's not like super great or whatever. I think we still have 3 episodes to finish. You know, I think they're all out now. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be boring. And that's what I tell my girls all the time. It's just like, it's okay if someone doesn't like the same thing you do. Because my oldest says, oh, if they don't do this, I'm going to punch them. And it's just like, okay, but it's not their thing. It might be your thing. It doesn't have to be their thing.
What is it with kids? Mine say the same thing when they get frustrated about so they're gonna walk up to somebody and punch them. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see how that goes.
Right. They're like, oh, I'm gonna punch them if they don't like Grogu, and it's just like, it's fine. It's totally fine. Just be like, okay, fine. You're missing out. In your opinion, it's fine. But
speaking of the kiddos, oh wait,
I'm hooked on Dexter. First time hearing about it talk so much, freaking addicted. Yes, the original Dexter was awesome. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the sequel to it, the Dexter First Blood or New Blood or whatever blood, where it's about what he was doing after all that. And then I'm interested in the new one, the First Blood that they're talking about. It's on Showtime. So I digress. We're already off topic and on to movies and TV shows. So
no, that's par for the course here for us. I mean, that's it's what it is.
Yeah.
No. I did get to watch the episode from last week that I wasn't able to be here for. So yeah, no, kids, your kids are great, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, they were so ecstatic about being interviewed, and it just totally went over my head that they would even want to be involved in, my dad's show and all that stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. It was funny and very cool, I think, but I don't know. They were still talking about it for days afterwards. So
kids are precious though.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I mean, we were supposed to have several more guests on last week. But I guess one of the Madness Munchkins was really sick and wasn't able to attend. So I imagine we're going to have to do that again someday, but he's only there every other week. So, yeah. Well, so yeah, I guess we'll leave you with tune in for our other shows Friday, Saturday, and then come back next week. We'll be here talking about same figures, same.
Well, maybe not the same figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about something. We never know what we're going to really talk about until sometimes
we really don't.
A couple hours before the show. So it's kind of like, I'll see stuff get announced or whatever over the weekend, and I'm like, yep, that's going on the show. That's going on the show. That's going on the show. But we don't cover everything, That would be impossible for me to do. I just
for sure.
Sometimes, I'm scrolling and I see stuff and I'll grab it. I'm going, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. There's already a couple things out that I've written down that I want to circle around and talk to again, other creators and things like that. They're getting their updates and on their Kickstarters or various projects and stuff like that I think it would be really fun to touch back in. But, not everyone has time, and so it's just a matter of juggling and figuring all that out. So,
So if you have anybody that that's working on something, because we always try to spotlight the independent creators.
Yep.
I'm always talking about these guys behind me, the Four Horsemen, and they're kind of the ultimate independent creators. But we do try to cover other people, like some of the stuff we showed from 5K or even the Fresh Monkey Fiction Operation Monster Force. We've had the Brutal Realm guys on.
Yeah.
So if you know anybody out there that's got something that they're working on drop us a line. You know, we'll try to match up schedules and give them an interview, help promote their stuff.
Yep. And I did. I don't know if she's still listening, but I did take down the note that you made, Sarah, about Carissa Grant and how she has a crap ton of merch and comics for her comics and stuff like that. And I'm into cryptid, so I'm down to talk about all that kind of stuff. So, if you know her, and tell her about us, and we'll get her on. Otherwise, I'll just see if I can find her. But yeah, until next time, Thunder Nerds ho.